Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, sit a while, for we are starting a brand new playthrough of Brigandine Grand Edition, and this is going to be a challenge run, what I call the random challenge run. I did one of those using Leonia in the past, so it's possible you've seen it before. It is still on my channel, so if you want to take a look at that, feel free to do so. But this is going to be a new run here, and I am going to be using Norgard. So several months back, I had a request from a viewer that asked me if I would do that with Norgard, and I said that I would do it, but the request came in about a month before Legend of Runercia came out, and I knew I was going to do a playthrough of that, so I'm finished with my Brigandine Legend of Runercia playthrough. So again, it's on my channel as well, so if you want to look it up, that's fine. And now I'm going to come back and do my random challenge using Norgard. Norgard is one of my least favorite countries in the game. I only ever played once with them. I've been playing Brigandine since the very first one came out. That was in, what, 1997 or something like that, and I did only one run with Norgard in all that time. So it's gonna be interesting for sure, and a little bit new for me because some of the storylines I'm not used to. So I'm gonna go ahead and say real quick what the rules are for my challenge. They are going to be in the description of the video as well, so you can always look there if you want. So first rule of my challenge, no multiclassing. So no healers turn mages to have super casters or anything like that. My attack team is picked randomly after each attack, whether the attack is successful or not. So basically, every time that I launch an attack, after that is done, the next turn I randomly roll who gets where and who is going to be my attack team. So I'm not going to be stacking, for example, Vaynard, Genglin and Brangin, and go tear up the land with them. That's not what that challenge is about. So sometimes I'm going to have very weak attack teams, and because of that, sometimes I'm going to have to retreat, because the next rule is that attack must happen on first available turn. So of course, if I move people around, I can't attack that turn. That the game won't let me, but then that means the turn after I attack, unless the computer attacks me before I get to launch my attack. Then I still have to do my attack the next turn using that attack team. My defense battles are going to be handled by the AI to enhance the challenge. The computer is not very good at defending. It is ridiculously easy to defend in this game, so having the computer do that kind of adds the challenge, and means that sometimes I'm gonna lose castles, and sometimes even good monsters. Promotions are randomly selected when multiple choices are available. For the most part, that applies to the knights, but some monsters have different paths, like dragons. So, for example, a level 10 dragon, whether I do a fire drake or a silver dragon, that's going to be randomly decided. And, any paths that have more than one choice like that is going to be randomly decided. And finally, the quest rewards are allocated to the questing knight if it's applicable. So I won't, because a knight brings me a lesser item that he can use, doesn't mean I'm going to equip it at that point. So I'm not going to downgrade on purpose. And, if a grappler brings me a MP potion, I'm not going to be using it on him because it's pointless. So I'm not going to be shooting myself in the foot on purpose. But for example, if I send a knight on quest and he brings me back a fire drake, he gets to have the fire drake as much as possible. There might be some exceptions, but that's pretty much it. So those are my rules. And the reason why I made those rules is, like I said, I've been playing Brigandine for 20-something years, all the time. I never really took a break, and I became pretty good at the game. I don't like to really, brag or anything like that, but this is a game that I know very well. And if you know the game, if you've played Brigandine a lot, you know just like me that the AI is the biggest weakness of the game. The game is an awesome game, but it's not a perfect game, and it's mostly because of the AI. The AI is not that great. So most people that play Brigandine a lot, we tend to make house rules, and I've tried many of them. And I found out that doing things kind of randomly like that with this game is what brings me the most satisfying challenge. Because sometimes, sometimes I'm going to roll a pretty decent attack team and I'm going to get to have fun. You know, I'm going to get to go and, you know, just plow through things. Sometimes it's going to be challenging. I'm going to have a much weaker team than the computer, and it's going to be up to me to be able to pull it off. And sometimes I'm not able to and I have to retreat. So that's basically why I am doing a challenge run like that. I hope you're gonna like it, and I've been talking for way too long already. So if you're still there, thank you for still being there. We're gonna go ahead and start. One more thing, I read everything, so Brigandine is not a game that has a whole lot of dialogue, but what is going to be there is going to be read. So yeah, just a FYI. Alright, let's get started. And yes, there's volume. The opening song just ran out. Alright, so no, we're not doing new Almikia, not yet anyway. So we're gonna use Norgard. So again, I've only used Norgard once in my entire life, and it was in Legend of Forsina. So I've never used Norgard in Grand Edition. Yes, I like pizza too. I have no idea what he's saying. Probably one of my only life regrets is I always was fascinated with Japanese language and I never really learned it. I guess there's still time, but it's easier apparently to learn a language when you're younger rather than when you're older, and I'm definitely getting in the older category. Alright. Is it true again? Zemicus rebelled and destroyed Dalmikia? Yes, he's taken the title Emperor and founded a new country. He calls it Esgarus after the ancient utopian society. A utopia? Could what starts in treason and in such a noble state? Zemicus must be desperate to choose this path. It can only end with him ruling as a tyrant or dying a traitor. The success of his utopia depends largely on us. If Norgard surrenders peacefully, his ambition may come to pass. Ha! Stop joking. I only gave up territory to Almikia to avoid a fight and buy time to rebuild. Norgard is strong again. We have nothing to fear from Esgarus. He will soon regret giving me a year to rebuild. So we will advance? It's time to unite Forsina. As you wish. I, the Silver Knight, support you with all my strength. The first target is Duke's Castle. We gave up Dukes to secure peace with Almekia, but Almekia is gone, and Esgaris claims their territory. They cannot claim what was loaned to Almekia, we will take it back. Duke is not well defended, but what? Perhaps war with Esgaris cannot be avoided. But your sister Esmeri is there. Don't remind me. Sent as a hostage to Almekia, and now the wife of Zemekis. If my sister chooses Zemekis over me, I must fight her. Such things are unavoidable in a world at war. Thus why I wish to unify Forsina in peace. Vaynard? Let's go again. Everyone is waiting. At the round table in Flodgeru. A year ago, King Eardwolf died in the Battle of Lidney. Since I became king, I've avoided battle as I rebuilt Norgard's power. Now Almekia has fallen to Zemekis' rebellion, and Esgaris spreads its chaos further every day. The time is ripe, and I come to you with an oath. I'm saying teams. I'm yelling teams. I guess the White Wolf is slow to get his act together. Ah, the lovely Princess Brigandine, cheerful as ever. If my father King Eardwolf were still alive, Norgard would already rule Forsina without needing to hide in the shadows for a year. Ooh. I must be incompetent. Stop patronizing me. That the throne went to you just because I'm a woman, unbearable. I take it you will not support me in the coming war? Did I say I wouldn't fight? So, if you've played Legend of Forsina, but not Grand Edition, Brigandine is one of two characters that got a different portrait. So you can see she's different here. The other one, for whatever reason, is Galawan with Leonia. He also got his name changed to Galan1, from Galan1 to Galawan, sorry. Regardless of who is king, I'm a knight of Norgard. I fight for Norgard without hesitation. Like a holy maiden lighting the darkness, your presence will strengthen our hearts 100-fold. Surely we shall deliver Forsina into your fair hand. So it is, Norgard goes to war. Ganglin, Ivan, Palamides march on Duke's Castle. Yes, sir. The rest of you, get ready. It's time to show the world Norgard's power. Alright, so we are about to organize. We have taken Duke's Castle. The enemy fled without a fight, so we took no casualties. Wow, they must be talking real loud to be able to hear each other from those castles. Pretty sure there's no phones or anything. Withdrew without a fight. A smart choice, albeit a cowardly one. Oh, Norgard. Vaynard. Alright, so this is our territory. We are the blue guys, the dark blue, not to be mistaken with the light blue. That's going to be Leonia. So Leonia is usually my favorite country to use. Mostly because most of their really good knights start at a really low level, so it allows you to build them up a lot. And Norgard starts pretty strong, and with pretty good promoted monsters as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and look at all the knights and everything, and I'm going to read. So I'm sorry about that if you're not into that. But for those of you that don't really know Brigandine all that much. That's going to be a way to learn about the people that constitute Norgard. Alright, so Vaynard is my ruler. He is really strong. He starts at level 18, so he has still room to grow. Max level in this game is 30. So he has Frost, Genofrost, and a pretty strong attack. 21 years old, the young king of Norgard called White Wolf for his bravery and brilliant strategies. He seeks to rule Farsina. His older sister Esmeri married Norgard's bitter enemy Zemekis, and Vaynard has yet to confront his feelings on the matter. Right, and then we have Brigandine here. Brigandine starts at level 10. Don't let it fool you. She is pretty much the strongest archer in the game. So she is really good. But you have to build her up a little bit. So she's 17, late King Eardwolf's daughter. She loved her father, who was killed fighting Elmikia. Though she remains defiant, and Norgard woman may not rule, so her distant relative Vaynard became king. Alright. Nobody here, so we're gonna go ahead and check who we have here. So we have Noah. She's a level 2 cleric. She becomes pretty good if you level her up. But of course, being level 2, that takes a little bit of time. It's really hard to level up clerics all the way to 10 because they don't really have any attack spells, and their attack, she has 38 strength. She's really weak. So their attack is really low, so it's really hard to feed them monsters to kill. So it takes them a while to level up. So she's 18, a happy girl with the voice of an angel. Everyone loves her. Though a terminal illness erodes her body, she doesn't let on, and has chosen to spend her last days fighting for Vaynard's cause. Alright, and now we have Kirkmon. He's an Elementus, which is basically a mage. He's okay. He's not super strong or anything, but he's not too terrible. 34 years old, introspective and diplomatic. He works to integrate officers of late King Eardwolf into the workings of the new King Vaynard. He is also an excellent tactical coordinator. Right, and then Dillard is a grappler. So I find Dillard to be one of the better grapplers overall. For sure, he's not bad. He's pretty good. I don't know that he's necessarily the best, but he's actually pretty decent. Age 25, he seldom speaks, so it's hard to know what he's thinking, but he's very reliable and carries out Vaynard's strategy without hesitation. He became a knight shortly after Vaynard became king. Alright, so that's it for here. Now here we should have the firepower, so we have Ganglin. Ganglin starts at level 17, he's really good, really strong knight to have. He has 5 rune area, which is pretty good. Rune power almost 300 to start. Very strong knight, one of the best that Norgard has at the start. 23 years old, the White Wolf's right-hand man and friend. They grew up together. He is careful, meticulous, and a good tactician. Though he sometimes frowns on Vaynard's bold actions, he supports him unflinchingly. Then Ivan. Ivan is also a pretty decent knight. He starts lower level, he's 13. He tends to be a little bit more defensive than Ganglin, I found. So he's not as good as Ganglin, but he's still a decent knight. A handsome knight of Norgard with both wisdom and courage. His elegant fighting style is quite dazzling. He is good friends with Palamides, and they have fought together in many battles. And then finally, Palamides is a level 13 berserker. Another knight that's fairly good, pretty strong, pretty good berserker. As far as berserkers go, they are not my favorite knights, but he's pretty strong. A savage of Norgard, he acts without thought or hesitation and is strong enough to survive the consequences. He's good friends with Ivan, though they're so dissimilar that no one knows why. Alright, now over here we have Road Bull. Road Bull is a bishop, so he's a healer. He's a pretty decent one. Starts at level 14. Not the best in the game or anything, but he has good rune power and good rune area, so he's pretty good. Mighty in pen and sword, he served the old king Eardwolf, but when Vaynard took the throne, they often disagreed. In time, he acknowledged the young king's talent, but it makes him feel old. He's 49. And Elaine is his daughter. She starts at level 1. Level 1, Enchantress. She's not that great, but being a caster, that makes up for some of her other shortcomings. Right, 16 years old, Road Bull's beloved daughter. She respects him and follows in his footsteps. She inherited her father's resolve and openly speaks her mind, but seems to have a soft spot for Vaynard and is quick to defend him. Alright, and here we have Zerafin, the Pyromancer, which is he's level 7, so that's a non-promoted mage. Zerafin is not very good, probably one of the worst knights Norgard has. His intelligence is kinda low, his rune power is not great, his rune area is 3, he doesn't have a whole lot going on, although he does seem to have a pretty mighty mullet going in a 80s porn stash, so I guess he does have some things going on for him. But yeah, not a great knight. Survivor of the Battle of Linné, where Norgard's old king Eardwolf was killed, he has never forgiven himself for failing to protect his king, but vows it will never happen again. 35 years old. Feticia is a lancer. She's level 10. She's also not all that great. She doesn't have a lot of hit points, and her rune power is not very good either. The rest of her stats, like her agility, is gonna get pretty decent if you level her up, but she's nowhere, close to Adelicia or even Charlene level. Right, she's 22, Ganglen's assistant who faithfully carries out his strategies. She's fearless but also aware of the fragility of life. She seems hard when focused on duty, but in times of rest, her playful smile shows otherwise. And then finally we have Hector. Alright, so Hector starts as a level 5 fighter, and he starts out kind of weak, but he grows to be decent. So if you have one knight that you pick from Norgard that you want to use as a project knight, Hector might be the one you want to focus on. Alright, so he's 16. To a lowest ranking knight, he is a bright and energetic symbol of the youthful power in Norgard. He works hard every day in hopes to one day become Vaynard's right-hand man. Alright. So we have at the start 1, 2, 3, 4 castles to defend. So that's 3 times 4, that's 3 times 4 is 12. Thank you very much. I've never been the best at math, but I can definitely do basic math like that. Okay, so I think I have 13 knights at the start, so I'm only going to be able to send 1 to quest from the beginning, and then we'll have to take it from there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording so that I can go ahead and roll my first attack teams and whatnot, and then where they're going to attack and everything, and I'll come back whenever that's all set up. So there's going to be a cutoff in the video and in the music. I apologize for that. I will be right back once everything has been moved and everything, and I'll explain where we go from there. Alright, and we are back. So I kind of lucked out for the attack team. The attack team is going to be pretty strong. But that's gonna leave a couple castle, like this castle here and this castle here are not gonna be very well protected at all. Here I'm gonna be good. And my attack team is gonna be over here, which means that my first attack is gonna be against my favorite country. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and execute so that we can see what I have to attack. Now the first turn in Brigandine Grand Edition, you cannot attack even if you didn't move anybody. So nobody's gonna attack us this turn, which is going to give me time to bolster those two castles with more monsters. So this is going to be my attack team. I lucked out. So Ganglin, Palamides, and Road Bull are going to be my attackers. That's, you know, that's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident with that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of giants, but I have a lot of pretty interesting monsters here. So my quester for now is Dillard. So he's a decent knight. I would have preferred probably Zarafin, but whatever. Alright, so here it's not that bad, but I'm definitely not all that strong either. This is the castle I'm the most worried about. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna get some more monsters here and try to move things around, but I'm not a fan of golems at all, and I have two of my weakest knights over here, and some ghouls and scorpions, so yeah, that's not gonna be easy. And then here, I'm pretty good. I have Vaynard and Brigandine over here, but they're only defending. I'm not attacking with them. That's not my attack team. Alright, so I cannot attack, so we're gonna go ahead and execute. Maybe Dillard's coming back from quest already. No, he's not. Okay. My lord, you have not changed your mind? No, again, I will meet Leonia's queen. Their days of hiding and tranquil prayer are over. I will show them. Oh. I don't see the benefit in making more enemies. Ah, so you think that Leonia will choose to resist? Leonia has long been fiercely independent. I don't think it will yield easily. Perhaps. That is why I want to access... assess... Yeah, I think there's an S missing there. Assess their queen. She may wish to protect Leonia, but does she have the resolve to back it up? Oh, she does when I play her, I can tell you that. My lord. One day Leonia may become our greatest enemy. It is wise to know your enemy. If that is your choice, I will not question. Safe travels. Farewell. At Castle Damus.
初めてお目にかかる。ヨガノルガルド王ベイナードだ。
レオニアの女王リオネッセと申します。
I will get straight to the point. You have two choices. Leonia can swear allegiance to the Norgard and become a vassal state, or there will be war. Choose. What I ought to. As I expected, Lady Leonis. King Vaynard. Leonia has always been recognized as a free state, even at the height of Almicia's power. I'm sorry, but we cannot give up our independence. Very well, war it is. Wait, please. We do not wish to fight. Leonia would never attack Norgard. Can't you just leave us in peace? The decision was yours. If you cannot live with your choices, you are unfit to rule. Leonia is already mine. Oh, we're a little bit of an ass here. But do you just want an excuse to fight? If Leonia will not submit, it must be taken by force. You leave us no choice. You will have your war. But know this, I will never forgive you for dragging the people of Leonia into this. So it is. Leonia cannot bury its head and hide in this age of war. I will add, though your words are bold, your body trembles. You should stop that, it betrays you. Farewell, we will meet again, Leonis. In battle. Returning home. Queen Leonis. The soul of a saint, yet also the determination to fight. You may be a tough opponent, after all. Alright. So my attackers, I made sure that last turn I was pretty much filling them up here. Unless something costs... That would be a ghoul, or a scorpion. Oh, I guess I can get a scorpion for 20. Yeah, let's get him a scorpion. Let's fill our... Now, I do not like unpromoted scorpions, but once you get one promoted, they can become pretty sturdy bastards. They have pretty decent defense, and they can poison pretty good and everything, but it's often a challenge to get them promoted. The computer tends to kill them pretty quickly. Them and wyverns, for some reason. The computer focuses on wyverns so much, I am not sure why. Alright. Okay, here I'd like to add something to Elaine. I don't have that much room power. I have to do something about this here. Alright, I'm gonna spread the suck around. Oh dear God, what can I do? Let's get one of those. So that opposing armies don't laugh at Zerafen's units as much. They might still laugh at his unit. It's still pretty much kinda sucky. Alright, you, I really can't add much to your unit. It's really not that good. So that leaves Feticia. She has room, let's see, 44. Yeah, that's gonna be a doggy. I've loaded them as much as I could. And even then, it's not that great. Thankfully, I have 2 casters. That might be what's gonna save me if I get attacked. I might not get attacked too. I don't know. And then here, I'd like to boost Elaine, but I don't think I'm gonna get attacked with that here. So I might want to look at the other castle instead. I'm not all that strong here either. Alright, so Yvain has room for what? 30 plus 31, that's 61. That's gonna be a griffin. Griffins are not that great. For flyers, they tend to miss a lot. Once they're promoted, they become okay, but of all the flyers, they're the weakest. Well, wyverns are not very sturdy, but they can become behemoths. That's a big, that's a big thing that they have going for them. Right, and you have a little bit of room for 26. What can we get you for 26? Oh, that's gonna be a pixie. I love Lizardman. Sadly, I didn't get to experience them all that much in Legend of Runercia. The ones I got killed pretty quickly and everything. So I cannot really attest to them in there. But in this game, oh yeah, I love them. Oh, cannot get that. Well, I screwed up. For some reason I thought that was 25. Okay, let's see if I do that. That. There you go. I solved the problem. Okay, so you go here, then. Alright, so you get the range unit pretty much with the 2 centaurs. That's okay. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and then we're gonna do our first attack. Alright, let's launch an attack. Oh, since I have to, because of my rules, I don't usually even look. You know, if there's only one place I can attack, I just go with it. Oh, I did get attacked over there after all. Alright, bring it. Although I'm... Oh, that's true. So with my rules, I only do the defense if my leader is there, and I forgot about that. So if my leader is in the defense, I do the defense, or if it's my attack team that gets attacked, I get to defend with them. Otherwise, the computer does it, so I will get to do this defense. Let's see, let's do Brigandine, Elaine, and Vaynard. White wolf. These old bones will have a hard time finding a wild beast like you. Heh, strange words from the Lord of Padstow. You gave much trouble to late King Eardwolf. Ah, Eardwolf, he died too young. But his death allowed me to become king. So you are as ambitious as your reputation implies. Little typo there. Remember, White Wolf, if your ambition climbs too high, you may fall down into darkness. If that is so, I will understand my limitations. Cool, it's time to fight. Don't make excuses because you are old. I was ready from the start. Alright. So they did bring some good units. Oh god, I just played Legend of Runercia, so one thing I'm gonna need to get used to is that weakness doesn't always stick in this game. I think it's a little bit overpowered in Legend of Runercia, where you cast weakness and it always lands. Alright, so Milligant. Milligant is a level 20 Black Knight. He's pretty strong as a unit, but as a knight his rune power is a little low. 209 at level 20 is not that great. But, you know, as a unit he's pretty strong. Son of Padstow's old King Cole and heir to its throne, he craves authority and tries to hide his weaknesses, even from himself. Immature, he speaks his mind brashly without thinking. He is 25. Old King Cole, which we just had a conversation with, is 62, the aging king of Padstow, a long-time ally of Almacia. He took in lands after the rebellion. He is humble and good-natured, earning the love and respect of his people, so his son Milligant's lust for power worries him. And he is a level 16 bishop. He's pretty good. He has really high rune power, good rune area. He's a pretty good healer. His stats are a little low, though. Not too bad, but a little low. Then Gilsus, he's a level 11 Elementus, so like Kirkman. Gilsis is okay. He doesn't have a good rune area, and his rune power is a tad low. But as a caster, he's pretty good. 24 years old, the most handsome man in Pad's Toe. He's always nice to women regardless of age or station, but quite strict toward men. Needless to say, he's surrounded by adoring women and jealous men. Alright. Let's see how they approach this. So at the start of the game, I often go for the knights, try to bank on early victories. Also try to bank on capturing some monsters. It all depends on, what the computer brings too. I mean, can I win this in a war of attrition? Maybe not. They have a lot of pretty good monsters. And I have a few good ones too, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not all that strong right now. I'm gonna need to reposition a little bit. Can't leave Elaine exposed like that. She's gonna get slaughtered. Milligant might even, one-shot her with a crit or something. I'm not done positioning and they're almost here. I demand a mulligan. Alright, so they are very well bunched up together. They like to go after griffins as well, so I'm gonna... Especially Milligant's coming as a black unit. Oh, playing smart. Alright, so they have a 96% chance to hit. Oh yeah, since it's a kick. I'm gonna need to get rid of that. I don't want for him to use his breath. Come on, miss your counterattack. Ow. Yeah. Oh my god, he's not missing any attacks. I need for him to miss a couple. There you go. Level 6 Dragon Gun and 700 XP for Vaynard Gun. That was a lot more difficult to say than it had to be. Ow. They ain't missing my guys with high agility. It ain't fair. Yeah, he's positioning for a Divine Ray. Yeah, I haven't been very lucky so far. Is Brigandine gonna be strong enough to finish it off? She doesn't have to move. I think I can use a special move. Snipe shot. Yeah, and I'm sure to it too. There you go. And a crit. There you go. Oh god. Oof, 49%. Yep. Didn't go quite as planned. Okay, that dragon there can probably use a little eel. Woohoo! I got a level on a pixie. There I was hoping that was what would make them run away. Yeah, Harold is probably not surviving this fight. Ooh, leveled up. That's an okay level up too. But yeah, he's gonna take a stone fist to the face. Oh, he has 3 if he didn't level up, that was it for him. That's the 3 hit points that he gained level up. Wow. Okay. Gotta be smart. I know that sounds weird. I did say I have to be smart. The good old RNG. I was hoping I didn't have to put... Well, what can you do? Oh, you're gonna be strong enough to... I'm hoping you are. You're not, but that's gonna get fixed here. Oh, a crit. 431, okay. Let's Geno Frost the heck out of everything. There you go. Alright. What are you gonna do? Oh, really? You're gonna do that? Okay. Yeah, I think that storm is... Oh, finally you decided to avoid something. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think he's going to... Oh, a crit. He's got some fight in him. Ha ha ha. Vaynard avoided that like it was nothing. Alright, Crack can take a dragon hit. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need to heal my silver dragon. I don't want to lose him. Alright. Oh, a crit again. But I only hit for 87. Oof, 15%, huh? Harden. Do I sacrifice Harold? He's level 5. Let's try it. Yeah, not strong enough.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh god. Well, sometimes I don't have a lot of luck playing this game, but this time I did. And now you're gonna Geno Frost, and you're gonna defeat Cole. And get a bunch of XP and level up. Always a good thing to have your casters level up. Casters are a little bit overpowered in this game. Which is why I don't like to do multiclassing on them to make them even more powerful. You are a worthy opponent. Well, thank you. Thank you for the free loot. Ellen's level 2. I would have liked more MP. She's getting a lot of rune power though, so that's good. 6 MP, that's what I like to see. Oh, he's too far, I cannot heal him. Alright, you are now kinda useless, so there you go. Oh, and that's why I don't like golems. Yeah, my griffin's gonna die. Even with the nice... Oh! Even with the nice avoid that he pulled. Haha. Ugh, not that great. That's better. I cannot reach him. No. I can with him, but he's not gonna finish him off. least I don't think so. He's not. Nah, he's not strong enough. Oh, that's so disappointing. Oh, Vaynard finally leveled up. Oh, that's a pretty good level. No MP though, but... Oh, thank you for the free XP. You're not gonna kill me. You're not even gonna hit me. Alright, so we did pretty good. First defense. So yeah. Brandon's level 11. Alright. Oh, that's a pretty good level. Alright. Then we still have our own attack. The video's been going on for over an hour or so, so I'm going to just save in there and we're gonna do that next time. I'm gonna check their leaders that they have there too. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do let's do Ganglin, Road Bull, Palamidas. There you go. Oh. Yeah, they have strong people there. You fight against the Silver Knight, I will not lose. May God in heaven watch over us all. Alright, Patronus is gonna go first. Alright, so it looks like they have Patronus as Smith, and is it Isphus or Raisin? Probably Isphus. Alright, so Patronus is here, so he's a Cardinal, level 20. He's pretty strong. He's the strongest or highest level knight for Leonia when you start. Doesn't have a whole lot of room left to grow. He's decent. He can defend himself a lot. If you like level him up a few levels, he's gonna get enough strength and everything that he's gonna be able to handle himself to, you know, deal decent damage by attacking. Level age 42, sorry. A warrior priest who fights beside Leonis. He watches over her and kill off like a father. Since Leonis is unfamiliar with bureaucracy, he handles the governmental details for her. Then we have Asmith, level 13 bishop. He is also pretty good. If you level him up, he becomes about as strong as Patronus. 29 years old, a wise leader in Leonia. He is known as a perfectionist who can be too rigid, but the queen trusts him fully. Kilof doesn't like that she relies on Asmith so often instead of him. And then Isphus is a monk. So monks are like grapplers but with eels. Isphus he's actually pretty good. If you level him up to 20, he becomes a guardian, and he starts to get ridiculous levels. So monks are not the strongest attackers or anything like that, but in Isphus' case, it's pretty useful to level him up to 20 and use him. Smiling Giant, 27 years old, sorry, a Smiling Giant with gentle art. He works under Cardinal Patronus and enjoys the simple things like gardening or feeding birds. He is like a big brother to Kilof and would really put his life on the line for the queen. Yeah, they have a lot of angels and whatnot. It's not going to be an easy fight. I might even have to retreat depending on how things go. I have strong units as well, don't get me wrong, but they have a lot of healing and a lot of divine rays that they can send me to my face, and Patronus, of course, as Holy Word. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Now, when I save in battle, I always save on a separate file. I've had an issue a long time ago, and I never forgot it, so that's why I do it that way. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and end this video for today. So I sure hope you've liked the video. I hope that you find the challenge interesting. We are going to be at it for a while. It takes a lot longer to do the challenge like that than to do a regular run of Brigandine, so I expect to be doing that for a little bit here. So hopefully you're on for the ride, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch me. And if you've liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.